see that. That is what I've been waiting for.
Hello and welcome to a Toby tank video. Today's challenge is going to be challengering. So I'm going to have just 3 battles to help showcase the Challenger Mk.3, and I've taken a while to get this video out since the Mk.3 has been around in the new season pass, well, the ultimate season pass should I say. I've been struggling to get the ideal game captured, so instead I'm just going to have 3 battles and just show you the results. If they're good, they're bad. If I get immediately ammo racked, who knows. We're going to give it a try. So we'll start off in the Challenger 1. Well, there we go, sat in co-op ready for the Winterfest seasons there, but we're back into multiplayer Challenger 1. Let's see how long we take to load in. Straight away, Sword Beach, fantastic. Okay, so not many heavy tanks in this game. There's a Challenger Mk.3 on the other team, M1A2, MBT-80 and a T-80U. Whilst they have mostly light tanks, Stormers, Marder A3s, ADATs, BMP-3, and they also have a Weasel Tow as a tank destroyer and a 490B. So there should be plenty of ATGMs flying around in this one. Also we have a Jaguar 1 and a Weasel Tow, 3 Marder 3s, a Stormer, VFM 5, M3A2, ADATs. So it should be constantly lit up, the amount of light tanks we have.
We're not gonna hold the line. We'll advance till there is no line.
Challenger does have great straight line speed. You see, it's not for a big heavy armoured tank. It's handled quite well and does turn. Skipping on the ADATs there, need to be careful of their very fast ATGMs. Again, just skipping over the head of them. Weasel Tow there. Bouncing off the MBT-80. Okay, we are spotted and targeted. Okay, we've lost that.
Target penetrated.
Luckily, we received very little from a hit there. do get one inside the MBT-80 and track it also. Does deliver some
But be gentle with it.
turret damage. Now we've got the T-ATU. Just bouncing off the front.
Raise them. The track is damaged. Direct hit. Again.
Don't really want to be turned around here for too long. Don't want to show any of these light tanks our rear end. Okay, let's start to push. Teams are in the enemy's favour. 11, it was 11-12, now 11-11. BMP there in the distance. T-ATU there. Okay, T-ATU's taking out the picture with an EE behind us. 490B here, let's switch over to Hesh.
We lost the track. We're sitting ducks.
Try and stay out the way of this gun ideally. There we go. 709, nice rolls here in the back end of the 490B. There's the 490B there, going up in a nice section of smoke. Let's try and put pressure on these light tanks here. Oh, and we do receive an ATGM from this Stormer.
Our track is up.
Hey, that's down. Would like to try and get revenge on this Stormer if we can catch it. There it goes. Lots of Weasel Toe there. Weasel Toe not to be of any concern to us now. So we are closing in on the final 3 tanks. Challenger Mk.3 there.
Got our driver back. That'll leave a mark. Clean hit.
As they pop the smoke, just slightly change position so they can't blind fire us through the smoke.
Stand up, you bastards.
And there goes the Challenger Mk.3.
We lost an ally.
Oh, and unfortunately the Stormer does take us in the end. But a good showcase there of the Challenger. Oh, look. Pretty pretty. We still have our turret, but lots of sparks flying. 8,000 in damage. Almost 700 in sharing. 1.3 deflected. Fantastically accurate gun. Armor is good. It's not OP. We are just down to the M1A2 against 2 of our tanks.
Who gives a damn if it was pretty? It's a victory.
And we do have the victory in the end. Have a quick check of the scoreboard. Second place, not too bad. Temper having a very good game there with just over 10k. Pretty good going. Okay, so let's move over to the next vehicle for today's Challenger Ring challenge. Okay, so just move over our commander and let's go for a game in the Challenger Mk.3. Ideal wait times here for making a video on 3 separate tanks and 3 separate battles. Straight in, that's what we like. Westfield. So we only have 1 tank destroyer and 1 light tank either side, which for a large open map like this should be interesting. We have lots of a good array of mediums and heavies. And here we go, we're in. So let's begin to move.
Focus on this area.
Okay, so in terms of opponents, we have 2 Challenger Mk.3s, 2 Leopard KWSs, a Chieftain 11, an ST RB122A, an Object 640, 292 and a 72 M2E, which at close range is a nightmare for light tanks or lightly armoured vehicles. That 72 M2E is very good fun with its auto cannons. All of the ammo completely loaded in the clip, and if it can catch you with a weak point of armour, it will just tear you apart. If that gets the back end or side on, it will just tear you apart. Great fun, that tank. Okay, so the team is all pushing the hill or staying in cap. It doesn't seem like we have anybody. Nobody is pushed to the K0 corner. We're on the side of the AMX-40. On the side of the Leo KWS. We can hold this position here and just allow them to... Oh, terribly missed there. I think that was the back of our teammate. That's what I wanted to try to avoid. Here any further and we're at risk, so okay, let's completely shot the floor there. That was a terrible shot from me. Let's push. Leo KWS is out the picture. MX-40 retreating.
One of our tracks is damaged.
Okay, track the AMX-40. They're at a very elevated position there, so if any of our team would have taken the K line, they would have had a good shot. I'm not sure if that transpired through the smoke. Okay, so this 490B here seems to be going unpunished, so let's resolve that. Switch over to Hesh. Okay, they're not focused on this at all, so let's just farm some hit points from them. Using rations now. 490D out of the picture, and we do track ourselves with the impact.
Our track is up. Let's move it.
So 3 kills. Okay, so numbers are looking good. We're at 10-8. We have 2 enemies which seem to be pushing towards the cap, so rather than put myself in a position of danger, I'm going to try to approach from at least a bit of a distance if possible. Okay, so we do have it's an Osario EE, a Chieftain Mark 11 and a Challenger Mark 3.
We've got a damaged track.
I'm going to pull too high because then we're at risk of taking fire from range. Just missed a shot there on the Marder A3. We ideally want that out of the picture. Something did take a shot at us there, like an MB, some form of MBT. There it is. Yeah, I'm missing them for the moment. Numbers still slightly in our favour at 8-6, was 8-7. Large percentage of health. Okay, let's push this part of the cliff. Presented there.
One of our vehicles just
That is a Challenger Mark 3 opponent out of the way. Okay, we are spotted and targeted. With still, I believe, the Marder to our left. The EE out of the picture. Okay, so we need to push the top of this hill, and I believe it is an EE and I think a Marder that remain. Let's switch over to Hesh. 5 kills and 5.4 in damage. Yeah, so there's the Marder. And there's the EE. One into the side of the EE. Just, I don't know how, but we did get a little bit of a derpy shot there. Closing in on the final opponent, the Marder. Get 1. And a ram kill for the end.
cowards. No one forgets a battle against Patton if they survive it.
And let's have a look at the scores there. MVP. 6 kills, 6,000 damage. There we go, so 6 kills, just over 6,000 in damage, 250 sharing. So, in the right circumstances, a fantastic tank. The armour is... it's not the best, but it's good. The gun, insanely accurate, insanely fast DPM. But does leave a little to be desired in terms of penetration, sometimes. I have had the Challenger Mark 3 bouncing shots, and it's been either Hesh or the Premium, but bouncing from light tanks, like I've had an M3A2, a BMP3 and an ADATS, which really these shots probably should have connected, but... Okay, so to finish the final battle in the Challenger 2. Duckler Pass. Okay, so we have a Leopard 2A4, a 2A5, Challenger 2, MBT-70, T-ATU and ATBV for the heavy team's opponents, 3 Osario EEs, an AMX-40, and 2 Object 477As, which is available in the winter chests at the moment, a Madre 3 and a Desert Warrior. Like if the team would push in this direction, although it doesn't look like anybody is. So, okay. Okay, so let's, as always, we're going to have to go with the team here. We're not going to be able to just break away on ourselves. Okay, so with the Challenger 2, we've got a good top speed there of about 70 kilometers an hour on a flat. 69, 70-ish, so very good for speed, especially for its weight. The way it handles is fantastic for its weight. Corners brilliantly. Okay, so it looks like the enemy team have pushed along the 1 line. And they're going to completely overwhelm the 2 tanks, which did go in the direction I originally wanted to, but as you can see, if that would have been chosen, that would have been completely overwhelmed within a matter of minutes. Okay, so we're trying to get an angle round on this T-ATU. And Osario there doing the same. Okay, so they have also, the BV is there too. So if we pull up this brow, can we keep slightly hold down? There goes the ATU and the BV in the background. So can we get an angle here on the BV? Oh, they can spot us at the top there. Cheeky auto lock shot. Oh, and that just went slightly above there, slightly derpy shot, but that's then taken care of. Now we do track the 477A. Right, let's repair. Switch over to Hesh for the Osarios and the 477A. Let's just use their Okay, let's leave the 47A there. Okay, what is aiming at us here?
Tracks up, let's go.
Let's just shoot over the top of the remains. And will we get one more? Just blocked there slightly by a teammate. Okay, so here we have an MBT-70 and the 477A. So let's keep the Hesh loaded for the 477A. We have a smoke popped. Let's get around the edges of that. We want a bit of visibility. .324 in damage. Rations. Okay, that is them, but we have another one just here. So it is far from over. They're coming in heavy with the autocannon. I really wouldn't jag your one, that's not ideal for you. Okay, 477A taken care of. So you can see there the sheer strength of armour and confidence of that 477A to just push. Oh, come on. Let's get it going. Alright, so we have 3 tanks left. Done just over 3,000 in damage, 2 kills. STRV122A there in the distance. So rather than trying to snipe off shots, if this could potentially be where both of the enemy team are, let's just close.
Zero penetration. Oh, they weren't using that.
So that is them taken care of. So our opponent now, I am targeted, lit up and targeted still after their death, so they cannot be far. I can hear shots. Okay, just over 4,000 damage. Where is the last enemy here? Aha. Found him. Challenger 2. So do we remain... we're back to the APF SDS. Challenger 2 is closing on us.
No good. Fire again.
Get the tracks there.
Our tracks come off. We're stuck.
Down to 50 health. And there we go, the Challenger 2. So just over 5,000 in damage, 2 kills, and 3rd place, I'll take that. And yeah, just over 1,000 in sharing. So as you can see, 3 very similar tanks. But the Challenger 2 definitely... Oh, yes, please. Challenger 2 definitely being the strongest of the 3. But yeah, the Challenger Mk.3, if you like the Challenger tanks and the Ultimate Season Pass is something that you are tempted in, I would recommend it. It's a very, very good fun tank. Thank you very much for watching these 3 battles. For my Challenger Ring challenge, you've been watching Toby Tank. Thank you and goodbye.